Hi, today I want to show you something. I have those plastic mold, hard plastic mold that I hate. I hate them because I find it difficult to unmold with that. They do not bend, you have to freeze them, and it leaves like a film on the soap after. And a friend of mine, Julie Bédard, a very resourceful soaper, told me that she turned them into silicone molds. So I decided to do that, and my handyman husband, who you know by now, made me different size molds. He made them out of wood because he likes wood, but you could very well make them in corrugated plastic or foam core as long as it doesn't leak. So what he did, he left a quarter of an inch all around and under the mold, so that's 6.350 millimeters. And once I will have poured the silicone, I'll put this mold inside and I'll put a weight to hold it in place if necessary, and then I will let it harden. So when I'm going to remove this part, I hope it's going to come off easily. So when I'm going to take that part off, I will have my design at the bottom, and I will be able to get rid of that part that I don't use anyway. So here I have different size of wooden mold because I have different size of plastic mold. They are not two of the same size. So today I'm going to use this silicone that I've used in the past in another video for lace mats. So the name of this product is Smooth On brand, and there is always one catalyst and a base. So you use 10 bases for one catalyst. I'm going to put the calculation on paper because if I try to explain it, it's going to be very complicated. Okay, in this container here, I have already calculated the base, so I have 10 parts, and here I have 1 part of catalyst. So I made enough preparation for all my mold because I didn't want to mix it every time. So I'm going to mix just once and then I'll divide it for each mold. I will now incorporate the catalyst to the base, and it's very important that it's very well mixed. And try not to bring air to avoid bubbles. I had another brand of silicone before, and I preferred it because the catalyst was purple. I could see very well when it was ready because the base was white and the catalyst was purple. So it became a very beautiful purple color when it was ready. Okay, it's coming now. You're better to stir more than not enough. And the trick to pour it into the mold is to go super slowly from one corner and let the product spread by itself. Do not try to speed things up by tilting the mold. It must flow slowly to avoid bubble. Now I will use 242 grams of silicone already prepared. That's 22 grams of catalyst and 220 grams of base. Okay, so I put aside the scale, I take my mold, and as I told you, I pour slowly from a corner and I let it flow. Don't try to speed things up. Be patient. When we do projects like that, it takes time, energy, and there is usually a lot of cleanup to do, so it's worth taking a little more time and being satisfied with the result. And I pour pretty fast compared to what they recommend. My husband sealed the joint of this mold all around with silicone so it wouldn't leak. So at this point, I used 5 minutes 20 seconds in real time to pour everything. Okay, now the little corner and hop. Okay, so I think that's fine. Now I will install the plastic mold inside, pressing it everywhere once again to avoid bubbles. Okay, we are the next day and it's been almost 24 hours and it's hardening very well. It's completely set. Now the challenge will be to remove this part. Oh, yes. So you have to take off the silicone from the plastic. Oh, wait, really? Ah, there you go. So this part can be reused and I can give it to someone who makes melt and pour. And now we must take off the silicone mat from the wooden mold. The most difficult thing is to find a corner to get a good grip to be able to pull that mat. Oh, voilà. The corners are the most resistant. Ah, here I have my silicone mat and it's very flat below. I have my wooden mold that I will use to make soap. And it's very easy to remove the silicone, which is very elastic as you can see. Very easy to remove, just pull it and it comes easily. Yeah. So I will take off the surplus with the X-Acto or scissors. So I will bring my finishing touch later, and now to make a soap, I just have to I install like that. It's better the silicone mat at the bottom like that. I prepared another mold in which I pour a little more silicone without realizing it. Of course, it has spread on the side, and I think it's a good idea. With the first one, I will have to cover the wood to protect it from the soap, but with this one, it will not be necessary. So next time, I might pour more silicone to get a mold like that. Yeah, that will be my next technique. I will put more meat to get molds that will be covered up to the brim. Woohoo! Okay, I just finished another soap and I had a few colors left that I will add to my neutral base. And I added a little Maya Gold Mica powder from Nature Soap just to see what's going to happen. I'm going to do a kind of in the pot swirl like that, just a little mix. And the goal of that is just to test my new silicone mat, the one we just made. So let's pour that soap in the mold. Okay, some people ask me if I use parchment paper to line my soap mold. No, because they wave or curl. I use freezer paper or butcher paper because there is a brill, a glossy part that I put against the soap. It's easier to unmold. It's a, I think it is still a bit soft. Here is the result. Huh? And isn't it easy to unmold? You just pull, poof. Okay, I'm going to stop here because my soap is really too soft and sticky. I'm really happy with the result, and I definitively will be getting rid of my plastic mold because they are really too not flexible enough. I'm very happy with my silicone mold.
I hope my calculation did not traumatize you. Finally, it might seem worse than it is because once we have both hands in it, it's quite easy. And thank you for being so many watching my video. It's very exciting. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And enjoy your summer. Go outside. Woohoo!